Dustin Rosen, Rugby Sevens Magazine, here with Mike Friday, or better known as
Geezer.
What about the bar, man?
Oh, that one. That's Dawgs Life, but that's them. I've got so many nicknames. Geezer, I'm Otoyo in Kenya. God knows what they call me when I'm not around, but anyway.
You got a lot of puppies out.
I have a lot, and some good puppies as well. So I'm excited. It's tough for them. You know, they were on first thing this morning at 8 o'clock. They were out the door at 6 in the morning. You know, and there's a mixed bag there. There's young guys like Toby, 18 years old, who are probably playing in these high school competitions this time last year, and then you've got people like Malone who've come back from the World Cup. But the reality is you've got to stay humble, you've got to front up, you've got to get out there, and you've got to empty for the Falcons, you've got to empty for the Dawgs, and you've got to try and earn the right, and that's what these boys are doing, and that humility, that resilience is the behaviour and the traits that I love to see.
Definitely, you guys are definitely building some depth over here. I mean, people are talking about earlier on the series, you know, the finish is not as good as last year, but you're mixing in new dogs. They're coming and going. You're resting guys from Rugby World Cup. FOLAU's still not back. What's the strategy behind that?
Well, the strategy is we've got to try and stay where we are and move forward, but we have to build for tomorrow as well. And you know, the way we do that is by building honest competition. Now, you know, experienced boys generally make less mistakes, and I think the reality is, unfortunately, you've got to get it wrong to get it right. And unfortunately, on the World Series, if you get it wrong, you normally pay the price. And we did that early in the series, you know. But you know, less experienced boys got battle scars, they got wounds, they got bloody noses. They had to learn the hard way. And that resilience is important if you want to be successful in rugby and you want to be successful in life. So I'm all for that. It means that we take some heat along the way, but that's the reality. That's how it goes. And we're building towards Tokyo. We're trying to build depth, strength, and some grit in all of the boys. Not only for those that will represent in 2020, but a number of these will continue and move on and keep the conveyor belt moving forward for 2024. So there's a little bit about today and there's a little bit about tomorrow, and we've got to just get that healthy balance right.
Gotcha. Speaking about today and tomorrow, coming into this year, you knew that you'd finish the World Rugby 7 series and then you'd go into the Olympics. But now with Tokyo and Singapore not happening, you're going into the Olympics and then you're going to finish the series, and maybe after the women start next year. How has that been? Is that going through your mind, or how do you work through that?
Not really a concern. I mean, for us, it's come at a time. I mean, let's be honest, the series and the formats, it's been less than ideal for everybody from moment one. So, you know, certainly from the men's side, the 16 teams, we've kept very quiet, just getting on with our business. But we're not happy with the way it all works at the moment, and we need to make sure we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater to get this right. There's a lot of stakeholders involved, so we're hoping World Rugby will get that right for the start of next season. So this season is what it is. I think for us, this next 4 to 6 weeks, it gives us a chance to go to some dark places in a mini pre-season, which the boys won't like to hear, but it's important for us. It means that we can reset and then refocus, and then almost have a kind of a mini series and a mini season as we get ready for London and Paris, and then move on to the Olympics. And then we'll start again.
This is LA Sevens now, Vegas the last 10 years. Yeah. You guys won it back-to-back on home soil. Now you're going for the three-peat. Everybody's talking about it. Can they win 3 in a row? Can they win 3 in a row? Is that something that the guys are looking forward to do here in LA?
I mean, we're always looking forward, but we're not going to look past game one against the very physical Samoa team that were in the final against us last year. So, you know, Samoa have notoriously been good here. Be it in Vegas, be in LA or San Diego, they love American soil too. So game one is going to be a ferocious physical battle, and then we've got to follow up against a very difficult and awkward Scotland team, and then we've got to go against the kind of the agile, foxy kind of Australians who've got a shed load of guile in their team. So it's going to be 3 tough encounters for us, but are we capable? Of course we are. But, you know, unfortunately, on the World Series, on any given Sunday, so are the other 15 teams. It's that intense competition that we're going into. So we'll just focus on game one. Yeah. You know, second one, minute one, moment one. And as a team, we're ready. We trained this morning. We look good. We look confident. They look focused. And they look relaxed, they look happy, they look like they're enjoying the game. If you're enjoying the game and they're coming together and they support one another, then we've got every chance of winning this tournament. And then whatever that brings with it, three-peat or whatever, so be it. But for me, I just want them to do themselves justice in front of their families, in front of this great home support that we've had over the last 5 or 6 years, and long may it continue.
One last question, kind of a distant question here. Olympics this summer, I would say maybe you have half the lineup locked up, maybe more than half the lineup locked up. What are your thoughts on that? Couple spots available.
I mean,
grabs?
I think it's like anything. I think like all men know the pecking order, right? When you're in amongst the pack, you kind of know where you sit, but it's up to you to ensure that you maintain your position. It's also up to you to try and force your way into that position, and one of two things can happen, and all we can do is create competitive situations and drive each of them to have honest competition and let the best man win. But what's important for me is that whoever wins, everybody supports, because everybody's moving in the right direction. And there are a number of guys in this squad that this will be their last opportunity, and there are also a huge number in the squad that will have another opportunity, and that doesn't mean that they shouldn't go to both or they should only go to one. The reality is we've got to build depth, we've got to build competition, and we've got to build it with enthusiasm, enjoyment, and that kind of fierce, friendly, family-like competition. And if we do that, then we start having the right type of cocktail to be successful.
Awesome. Thanks very much for your
No
time,
worries,
Mike.
man.
Appreciate it, man.
Be good.